Hello guys, in the previous video we migrate our project to the TypeScript and now we have a lot of errors here. So in this video I'm gonna go through all the files and fix those errors. So let's start. And let's start with apt6 file. And first error we see it's complaining about React Redux. So basically we can install types for this library. Just yarn add developer dependency, and it should be resolved. Next we have flow type React node. We can basically just remove type annotation for component. TypeScript automatically generated for us. I don't think it's really useful here, so can just remove it. And let's go maybe from top to the bottom. You can simply use prettier to fix syntax here. Same in the create card notation. Let's go over query files. I'm just running gslim fix and it replaces commas with semicolons. So you see the flow types almost compatible with TypeScript in most cases. And for this error we need to add resolve JSON model to the test config. I think we should do it like this. Let resolve JSON model true. And there is gone. And here is, I'm going to just ignore this one because it relates to some Flipper dev tool which is in beta state, so I'm not going to fix this, just we don't need it. Okay, now we're in our components. So we did import type for flow types, which is not the case for the TypeScript, so just remove this type import. Also we don't need this return time React node. And we can add import here category type, and for the render item is the method for flat list, so we can go and see what used for render item. So it's basically list render item info. what else? It's road and navigation errors, so we need to create types for our navigation. And for this, let's check React Navigation docs, React Navigation TypeScript. And you see there is a doc describing how you should treat your TypeScript types for your navigation. And let's follow this guide. We have root stack. So for the root stack we need params list, and keys should be our routes. So we have just couple product details and product route. And when we create state navigator, we should pass our params list. So let's do this. Looks good. And now we want to do type checking screens. So there is a type for navigation prop. So let's use it. We need to import from navigation stack, and instead of profile we'll use type of routes categories route. Let's name it categories screen navigation prop, and also we would like to have same for route prop. So basically same export type category screen route prop, add import from React Navigation Native, and type should be like this. Fix this pressure, and now we can go back to our category screen and create type category screen props, which will contain route and navigation. Route, use this one, and for navigation, this one. Add import. Now we can use it from props. And we can remove use hook here. And now it's complain about category ID. Because it's not specified in the params. Let's do this and okay, let's complains because props is require string, but actually it should be a number because Apollo client return category as a number. And it also should be optional, so let's say it's number or no, or maybe undefined. Okay, now you see when we're trying to push some params, it automatically checks params we specified in navigation, and it says there is no title. So let's specify title here as well. Title will be string. And the issue is resolved. What else we have here? It's unused and some prettier issue. Let's run ESLint fix. And we don't have errors anymore in this file. Let's continue with the next one. So as before, we remove this return type, remove unused variables, and require some prettier fix. We good here. Let's move next. Yeah, as before, we remove it here. And for the children, I think we need React element. Looks good. Let's go to the next one. Let's remove types. This looks like wrong import. It should be import from React Native. Render item is a part of flat list. So let's go and fix as we did it previously. And also on Magento scroll end. And we are good with this file. React element for children. Remove this one. And actually I want to change the rule for unused vars. Let's copy and go to the ESLint, and I want to remove this flow rule because we don't use it anymore. And this, I want to use this so it will show warning instead of error. Let's give it a second. Okay, it's still complaining. Let's take a look again. Oh, because I input k, I have a mistake in it. So let's take a look again, and you see now it's warning, not error anymore. We still can remove it since we're not using it. And yes, lint fix. Think we are good now. Let's move to the next component. Okay, remove as before. Children React element. Run ESLint fix. And no issues here. Go to the products directory. Again, we don't need this. I'm going to run ESLint fix. Okay, and again we need to add types for this library, React Native vector navigation. Let's do this. Yarn add. And we are good now. Great, move on. So here's lint fix. Remove return type. And what else? Looks like we are good here. Okay. Again, there is wrong import. Should be React Native. Use role, so we can create prop types here. And again, we have to go to navigation. And for our product route, we would like to have SQ. Which is string, and create type for route. Product details. Okay, but it's still complaining. Okay, I add to the wrong place. Now it looks fine. Let's move to the next file. Okay, import type. We're removing this as well. Product type, we need to add import. Run ESLint fix. And we are good here. Move to the next file. Removing this. Remove this and this. Add new import for product type. For the flat list render item, let's go to the type definition. And again, we need route and navigation, so let's copy it from the category screen. Just to do it faster, and rename thing product list. And move to navigation, and we need both navigation and route in this case. For route prop and for navigation. Add import statement. Let's run ESLint fix. And we need category ID. This will be a number. And title should be here. This is complaints because the props say it's string, but it's actually number. Number or undefined. Why it says it's undefined. Product list screen. Okay. Yeah, this is wrong type. We need here navigation product routes, and here as well. And you see TypeScript really helps. When we did something wrong, it complains and marks that something is wrong. It fix our copy paste mistakes. No, not fix, but point to them so we can see something wrong and fix them, which is, I think, great. So let's continue and look like we're done with components, and we can go to the hooks. Let's start with ESLint fix. And now we actually don't need this anymore. Or wait a second. We would like to use types here. So create card response type. And you see it's automatically understand which type it is now. Also it points that it should be could be undefined, so in case it's undefined it will break our app and we can immediately fix it. And let's do the same here. Add type for our use mutation. We need add import statement here. And again it's understand now, so it could be null on undefined, so let's add this check here. I think we need to run ESLint fix, and we are good now here. Let's move on. So operator fix, I think enough here. So it complains. So we can add to our state also type string array. And there is a result. So TypeScript can understand what type of array because we have empty array, so we define it for the state. Let's start with ESLint fix and product type. Let's see what the problem is here. I think it's also require product type array. Is it imported? Yeah, it's imported with type, so let's re-import it in correct way. ESLint fix again, and you see there is no errors anymore. Let's continue. So there's a bunch of import type. Let's re-import them. Okay, yes, lint fix. So we still see some errors here. Set product data. Okay, it complains. We have type null but not undefined. Let's set undefined as well. And return type we should fix as well. Okay, we're good here. Let's go to the util. It's already good. So in the navigation we missed title, and we need to remove this. Roads are good. Let's move on to the Redux. And here's complaint that our Redux state is a known type. So let's start with type for our reducer. Cart reducer state this cart ID, which string or null. And it will be initial state. And in the reducers, let's create store state type, where cart will be cart reducer state. And this state will be store state. And also run prettier. And we are good now with our Redux. What it actually gives us, our selector get cart ID, it automatically understands the return type string or null, because our state card ID string or null as we define it. So let's couple files here. Colors is fine and shadows also fine. Okay, that's it. We fixed all our errors, TypeScript errors, and now we can continue to work on our project. See you in the next video.